Hey, Spuddies! Potato Whiskey here, and welcome back to Terra Invicta, where we have unified Europe, and the world has gone to hell. So basically everybody has started to declare war with each other. I'm pretty sure India and Pakistan are at war. I honestly, I don't even know if there's like an easy way to check the wars. Now, I can't really tell a way to find all the wars, but let me tell you, there's a few wars that have broken out. The world is starting to crumble. However, we have managed to unify Europe. We do have the greatest science gain in human history happening right now, and we're getting things together. Like this country is recovering. We're removing the polarization. We're stabilizing. We're reducing unrest. We're getting everything in order. We're building up our military. We have a small but high-tech military. Everything is kind of going the way that we want them to. We actually managed to find an alien agent, and what I really want to do is to assassinate that bastard. But the big problem is, I just need to get this guy's espionage up higher. So let's keep pumping espionage, and let's start pulling organizations off him that don't give him espionage. Just anything that doesn't give him administration or espionage, we're going to remove, unless it's this one. Command is fine too. And then we're going to head over to Vinicio and see if he has anything with espionage on it, like this, the intelligence group. I don't know if this guy has the government trait. He does, so he could take a government operation. We could give him the MI5, and I may as well give him another admin group. So let's see, how high can we get your espionage here? Okay, we're up to 12 or 16 espionage. Let's see, Vinicio, can you do a detain? So let me try something here. You have the detain counselor ability. Would it be possible to detain an alien? No, it looks like the detain mission does not work on aliens, but let's make a Hail Mary attempt at an assassination. We have a 50-50 shot. Sorry, we have a 23% chance of assassinating this guy. Okay, let's see. Can we get a little bit more espionage on him? We've got Rastaban intelligence here. I'll grab that. And I'll take Apus intelligence group as well. It's like I'm severely weakening Vinicio's power, but I really, really need this. So there's +1 espionage. Do you need Apus Global, I wonder? You did need Apus Global, okay. I think we could take off Capricorn Risk Management and give him Rastaban. So he's up to 18 espionage. That's a really, really powerful number. Give me like close to a 50-50 shot on this alien. Okay, 38% chance. I'm taking that chance. So I guess I'm sitting around with a bunch of orgs that I can just kind of slap in to my guys. Here you go, there's an org. Here's an org. I know these aren't really like towards your goals or your power level, but I gotta probably just a good idea to make sure my orgs are used by someone, right? So we've got a pretty low chance of succeeding here. I'm gonna have Vinicio continue to intercept and observe him. And let's see if he goes anywhere. Looks like he's staying put in Spain to keep causing problems for us. Okay, we have improved our knowledge of Xenoform Alpha 3. We know his identity, we know his affiliation with the aliens, and we know he's a Hydra. Apparently he does have organizations, which is kind of interesting. He's a survivor and a hard target. Will strike back if attacked. Enemy critical failures on detain or assassinate missions against us. Oh, so he's a dangerous one to go after if the attacker is not protected. Okay, I wish I'd protected my attacker. I wish I'd known that. Oh, look, here's his missions here. So he can xenoform. Ooh, I see. Oh my god, we did it. We did it. We had a 50-50 shot. We nailed him. We absolutely nailed him. So Alpha 3 has been killed. Assassination mission success. This is the turnaround. We're going to get a massive boost to our xenology research going forward. And I think they'll have to send a new agent from the outer system. So we recovered an alien corpse. Not only an arguable proof of an alien life from another world, but successful retrieval of an intact corpse. Returning it to our labs has been a challenge. Its cellular structure began deteriorating at an alarming rate. It is has a genetically programmed failsafe. Well equipped, we can transfer the corpse into cryogenic storage. Only its outermost extremities succumbed to necrosis. Pathologists quickly fell into an inexplicable stupor. Ooh. Oh. So we're having a little bit of an interesting... So apparently the alien had some way to fight back after it died. I imagine maybe it did mind control as it died. Let's see here. Protected by human bodyguards, which our team was forced to engage. I say forced, but in truth it was our decision. We now have both a human and alien blood on our hands, and I fear this is only the start of a long and dark road. The aliens and their supporters will view us as terrorists, and I cannot say that they're entirely wrong. We took casualties, offered their presence. They did not take the terms of surrender. Still, we have our corpse, and I hope the information that we can glean from it will be helpful. So, the cultures and ways of thinking of all each Earth creatures are rooted first and foremost in their bodies. For all those differences, I believe the aliens must be the same. Our personnel began to refer to these creatures as hydras after the speed at which their influence grows and regrows across Earth. Removing any of their servants only leads to two more taking their place. In the Greek myth, the hero sent to slay the hydra succeeded only by dismembering piece by piece and then burning the remains. I hope this is not an omen. So research hydra biology when it becomes available. That's going to be like project priority number 1 is hydra biology. So dude, this is actually huge. I actually getting like a little bit of frisson, like I'm getting tingles on the back of my neck here. That's insane. So it looks like some megafauna has appeared in South America. Unfortunately, Brazil will take the alliance. I'm going to offer it to them, and I'm immediately going to launch. Where are you going? So it's in Porto Alegre, and that's where it's battling. I'm going to send my 2 armies there to help fight it. We'll deploy Porto Alegre. We have the European Union acting a little bit as world police, which is obviously not ideal because I want the European Union to focus on goddamn making research when it should be America being world police. Like, they have 6 armies and they're all under control of the Protectorate, who isn't fighting back against the aliens at all. You jerk. You're failing us right now. So I don't know if it's worth it to continue to slay alien fleets. However, I think one thing for certain is that the aliens now consider us to be a threat. Yeah, they consider us to be a threat at level 1 because we assassinated one of their faction, one of their agents. So we're going to want to be careful about that. It looks like there's some more xenoforming going on in Eastern Europe. We absolutely need to deal with that. 90% chance of crackdown in there. What's our current stats? We don't need spoils in Spain. Unrest is low. So yeah, we're going to start crackdowning in the Southern Balkans, and then we've only got a couple more countries to get control of. I'm going to do a scan over here to see if I can find more xenoforming, and then I want to investigate this councillor, see if we can figure out if that's another alien. I would like to be able to get really good intel on the aliens and track them down. Okay, research hydrobiology. Let's lower our investment into independence movement slightly and then try to finish the construction module a little bit faster. Yep, we found another alien. How does he feel about us? Oh, well, he's curious about that. We know the target's identity, work as a Hydra. I want you to investigate him again. I want to know more about him. There's another alien fleet in orbit. What is this? This is a Dawn-class destroyer. I think they might start attacking our bases now, which is a little bit of a concern. There's the construction module. This is a huge bonus. What this will allow us to do is when we get shipbuilding, we'll actually be able to pre-build ships and fire them off to places that we still don't technically have the technology to reach, and we'll be able to instantaneously build HABs. I don't know how much of that we're going to actually do, but what the construction module does is it accelerates the construction of Tier 1 HAB modules at this HAB and allows the founding of additional platforms and outposts in this region of space. So what we're going to do is immediately begin researching alien Hydra biology. We have a 125% bonus towards that, so we'll get that done real quick. We're going to come up here into our HAB modules, and in particular we want to go to, I believe it was Mars, and I had one base that I had not used yet, this one. I wanted to make a construction module, so I'll place a construction module. We'll build that in space. It'll take 180 days. I want to build the outpost mining complex in space as well. That'll take 60 days. And then I need to power this station. I will need 2 fission piles, so they'll take about 30 days. And fission piles are essentially small nuclear reactors. I think the simplest way to describe it is I think you get a bunch of like radioactive material in a place and it generates heat, and then you use that heat for power is essentially what it is. But yeah, that's what that is. Nuclear power in space. It'll help us out. So we're going to start upgrading this HAB on Mars. We have all the resources we need. Now I want to go to Luna as well, because I want to build a construction base on Luna too. This one right here. So this construction array takes a decent amount of power. What are you building here? Yeah, you've got an excess of power, so we want a construction bay here. Take 180 days, that's totally fine. I don't really have anything else I need to build here. I could be building like labs if I wanted to get a little bit, like a tiny little chunk more technology. That doesn't seem worth it strategically to me. The amount of tech you get from it seems just so low compared to the amount of tech that we're getting from just pumping science on Earth. It just doesn't seem worth it to me. Unfortunately, you can't detain them, you have to kill them. I'd love to capture one, but honestly, I think just having tabs on them will be useful. Because I don't know how they get new agents to the planet. Like, do they just appear on the planet? Like, what's going on there? It looks like unrest is increasing in Europe. Let's head up to our HABs around Earth. Okay, they're still under construction. Oh, this one isn't. So I think I would like this outpost here to be an energy lab. I don't think I've done energy labs yet. Now, these are quite a bit more expensive. So I would need 80 power, which I think actually 2 solar arrays can handle. Yeah, they would produce 84 power, so let's do solar arrays. And then we'll build a whole bunch of energy labs. These will produce like a trickle of science. We're talking like 60 science per month, which isn't terrible, all things considered. The most important thing it will do, it'll give us a 3% boost to our boost priority and a 100% boost to our technology here. Sorry, it'll be a 30% boost, so that's not bad. It's all tech. It's all tech. We're teching hard. Playing the tech game. Right, my armies have started to arrive, and we are now fighting the xenoform. Both armies have arrived, so I think my 2 armies should be able to take them out. They are fighting. I think we're winning. Lovely. We have now the fission outpost kit that's fine. That'll allow us to send off stuff to the deeper solar system. Actually, speaking of which, have we gotten the technology for the deeper solar system? Let's have a little bit of a look here. So Jupiter's moons. Can I scan Ganymede? No, it looks like I don't have the ability to do Ganymede yet. Ah, mission to Jupiter hasn't been done yet. I see. So that would be the next step. We've only just set up series. I really need to find a really good source of rare metals or fissiles, so I'm going to have a little bit of a look around here. Ooh, Psyche looks like it has a lot of good resources on it. Let's go ahead and immediately... Yeah, I'm going to immediately launch a probe there. It'll take about a year to get there, but if I can get those rare materials, that'd be amazing. Looks like Aspasia also has really good rare materials. Let's launch a probe at that too. Just kind of clicking around until I see one that has like good either fissiles or rares. It seems like the default amount is like 0 to 5. Like here's another one, Oklo. Good amount of rares. Antigone. Good to just get some of these scanned, I think. It seems like you can almost tell what they're going to have based on their color. Not a whole lot of fissiles. I really need fissiles. I suppose we're probably not going to find that many reactive, that much in terms of like reactive, what are they called? Radioactive is the word, not reactive. So I think there's a couple of countries ready to join the European Union. I'll get my guys to work on that. I think Spain might be ready to join the Federation. Poland is already in the Federation, which is good. Czech Republic, I don't think is ready. Or Czechia now, I think it's called. I think they gave it a new name. Hungary, nice. We're building up our relationship in Hungary. Right, brilliant. Federation with Spain, perfect. A new global research has been finished. We now have advanced superconductors and they're working on space tourism. This is going to give us... This is all like energy tech that's going to push us towards actual like space-based industry and stuff like that. It doesn't have like a massive... okay, what's that? We completed a HAB module in the orbital core for Socrates low Earth orbit. Okay, so I think a couple of my orbital stations have been upgraded. This was my social science lab. Well, I definitely need to get the social science up. Let's have a look here. I may as well upgrade both solar arrays. There's no reason not to. I mean, I suppose it's slightly more maintenance, but I'm going to spam out social science labs up here. And what this will do is it'll give me a 30% boost to social science technologies when I research them. Oh, actually... These are quite cheap to maintain. I probably didn't need 2 solar arrays. But yeah, these will basically these will give me a better, more successful outcomes to my public campaigns. Arguably, you could have said that I should have built more of these. Yeah, that's what they'll do. How's the battle going down here? How are my armies holding up? They seem to be above 50% health, while the alien is below 40%. So we are definitely winning. I think it would be good to build a military station. Actually, I wonder, do I have an empty hab? Yeah. I'm gonna build military science labs, because if I do this, it'll give me 0.3 in total to my military tech level for my armies, which is going to be really helpful when I'm fighting the xenoforms. So these cost 5 power each, which means I should get away with a solar array and a solar collector to give me enough power, and then we'll just go for military science for days. So in about 30 days, although it depends on how long these things actually take to get built, in about 60 to 30 days, maybe 100 days, we'll have a much better technology, like effective technology on our armies, because right now they're fighting with a 4.2 information age. So when I finish that, it should be a big step forward for us. Okay, cool. We completed the HAB module at Voltaire Crater on Deimos. I don't remember upgrading this, but I guess I did. That wasn't my plan. Wait, did I upgrade Deimos? What the hell? How did I mess that up? Why are there fission piles here? Why is there construction module here? This isn't what I meant to do. I meant to build a construction module on Mars itself. Oh god, have I messed up? Hold on a minute. Oh god, I did mess up. I mean, I guess it'll be fine. When it's finished, we'll still be able to use it as a construction base. It was meant to be on Mars and not off Mars. Looks like we got a hurricane in Georgetown. I've no idea where Georgetown is. I imagine it's like somewhere here, right? It's one of these like little random British colonies. Nice, we killed another alien megafauna. Let's get these armies to head home. So your home base is in London. Let's go ahead and deploy you there. It'll take you 27 days. And your home base is Paris, so we'll get you to head home. Armies, basically, when you're maintaining an army, it costs you one of these investment points, which obviously are used on a monthly basis to invest into these priorities. But if you have an army base at its home base, it only costs half as much. Lovely, so we completed Settlement Mining Complex, which is a tier 2 mining ability. So let's see here. Construction cost of power consumption scales with escape velocity and distance from home space body. All tech category bonuses from HAD modules are subject to diminishing returns once above a 50% cumulative bonus. All tech from HAB modules? What? I have no idea what that means. I think I'd like to get less HAB accidents, so I'm going to get started on Devolved Space Command. And I think I'm at the point now where I might be able to start taking control of global research, at least in 2 categories. I think I can maintain it in 1 very easily, but maybe I can get it in 2. What's our purge chance in Hungary now? We're up to 12%. With a full send, it would be 60. Yeah, okay, I'm going to take the full send. Sooner I get it done, the better. And then we'll just continue to do public campaigns here. Any new organizations to buy? Let's see here. This would allow this guy to start doing assassination missions and coup d'etats and all that sort of stuff. SGI. Ooh. SGI seems like a really, really good one to pick up. This guy's got a lot of XP. Let's boost his admin score. Pick up SGI and second chance. That'll give him a ton of new potential missions. What else have we got in terms of experience? You're ready to level up. I wouldn't mind a national hero, but I think our main goal should be to get your science up, get that science level up. I think I'm going to take Survivor on him as well to give him an ability to be more defended. His security rating is fairly low, so he should be fairly easy to assassinate by someone else, and I don't want that to happen. Your admin score is almost maxed out, so we will give you another point or two. And then who else? You've got 2 levels in you. I think I'm going to take Hard Target now, because I'm going to take Hard Target and Survivor to get the security of my counselors up. Now that I've antagonized the aliens a little bit, I am a little bit worried about counterattacks. So it looks like there's a ton. Oh, what's this? Space tourism. So they are now moving towards unity movement. So space tourism will allow us to build tourism berths, which will allow us to start to generate money from our space-based assets, which is going to be useful. Eventually, I think a lot of the later on technology buildings that we're going to unlock that are in space, they cost a lot of money to maintain. But yeah, unity movements are going to start allowing us to combine countries together. All right, nice one. Donatello base is producing. It's got its fission piles. We're just waiting for the construction thing. It'll get here in May, and this will mean that it'll be so much easier for us to take control of Mars, and we could theoretically grab all these final places. I need to figure out where mission control is. There is a way to get mission control from space. I don't know where it is in the tech tree, though. Is it maybe a communications hub? Is it maybe called control? Is it a command center? Is that what I need? No, maybe it's Operations Center? Ooh, Operations Center. Okay, yeah, I think it's Operations Center, which means I need to research not cybernetics. I need to research augmented reality. So that's going to be the next tech that I try to push when I get control of a tech, which shouldn't be too long from now, actually, if I check this. Yeah. I'm about to be able to choose an option here. Ooh. So the Eurasian Union has declared war on Saudi Arabia. That's not good, because Saudi Arabia does have an army, so they may consider using nukes to clear out that army. A little bit concerning. So I need to start thinking about where my next point of control is going to be. It was going to be America, but maybe China is the place to go. God, it's impossible to get into China without being adjacent to them or something. Honestly, maybe I take control of the Eurasian Union. They've got the most nukes. That would allow me to get a significant portion of the world's nuclear supply under my control and prevent the aliens. I think I just have to go hard on Russia now to try and take back control. I've delayed dealing with Russia for too long, but now I actually have the power level to potentially do something about it. Plus, Russia's power has just completely collapsed. Their economy is nothing, and they seem to just be falling apart. They do have 5 armies, which is genuinely terrifying. Because if they get a 6th army, we don't have enough nukes to kill all of their armies, and they are slowly building another one. So I can't afford to have my counselors quarantined. So I think I'm just going to allow myself to take a little bit of hit to public opinion. I'm fine about that. I mean, my faction is really not operating in the shadows. We're trying to make things happen in the open, you know what I mean? We're trying to make the aliens equal to us. So we've just researched independence movements. This will allow us to do things like the breakup of Indonesia, Hokkaido independence, Siberian independence, breakup of Pakistan, all this sort of stuff. I don't know exactly what is required to take part in those, but I really don't want the fall of empires. Although I don't know. See, I don't know what the effect of these things are and what they might mean or what they will do for us. But we definitely need to pick up augmented reality, so we're going to immediately get researching on that. Right, we've completed the hydrobiology. Our pre-autopsy assessment reveals that, as expected, the aliens are carbon-based and breathe oxygen like ourselves. Their ability to exist without protection on Earth makes it highly likely that the atmospheric composition of their homeworld is highly similar to our own. More unexpected is that prevailing inverted knees and anatomical theory is incorrect. What we're seeing is not the knee but the ankle, thus their leg anatomy is that of a dog or horse. Since this type of structure is better suited to speed than climbing, they likely evolved on flatter terrain and perhaps were once prey for another species. The autopsy itself has yielded invaluable detail in the alien physiology, how they're capable of feats, abilities impossible for any species on Earth. Cool. So that is the autopsy complete. We know a little bit more about the aliens. So they're strong, they're larger and more physically powerful than humans and far more resilient. They have redundant organ systems that makes them quite difficult to kill, and a wounded Hydra can recover from almost any injury. Despite their strength, their biology does not seem well adapted towards personal combat. Their size and muscle mass still make them dangerous, but less so than a human of similar size and strength would be. They lack natural weapons just as we do, but unlike us, their tool-using appendages seem less optimized for the use of clubs or spears. They do not seem to possess the stamina that our ancestors used to run down prey. Although it's dangerous to speculate too far, while they're capable of violence, they have chosen to specialize evolutionarily in other directions. The corpse we studied seemed to be over 100 years old, and the speculation of a 200-year-old lifespan is not impossible. They are sequentially hermaphroditic, acquiring sexual characteristics only late in life. Slow growth rate, maturation cycle, and litter size would push the species towards cautious and risk aversion, perhaps an explanation for their tendency to rely on others. They lack sexual differentiation and also correlate with somewhat more uniform society. There's a set of Let's see here. The most important discovery, however, is a set of organs capable of producing aerosol factory cells. If our theory is correct, this is how the Hydras are able to control human slaves and carries profound implications for our future relations with their species. So they seem to be able to use pheromones or noises or smells or something to influence and control other species. Very interesting. We also just got access to global command structure, which is going to increase our capacity to manage control points. Let's go ahead and get that under research immediately. In fact, I'm going to keep that as a high priority because having a huge overhead of control points is going to allow me to continue to expand. I think, I'm trying to think, maybe Africa. Maybe I try to make the East African Federation, make a little country. No, sorry, I'm working on Russia. Russia is the main target right now. We need to get control of those nukes. So we now have the ability to do the mission to Jupiter, and we're working on high energy lasers. So we can send probes to Jupiter and on around Moon, and then the mission to Saturn is available. So that's going to trigger us to immediately head out to Jupiter, because the aliens have bases here, so it might be a good idea for us to scan these. There's potential resources on all of them, so I'm going to scan Io. Where did Jupiter go? Oh, there's Jupiter. Okay, so I was scanning Io. I misclicked and then I went somewhere random. Okay, it has a few actually far out moons. Any of them worth scanning for resources? Nothing too crazy. I'm really looking for fissiles. I know I've said that a few times, and it tends to be quite rare. There's not a whole lot of fissiles around. Let's have a look. Thebe, Metis, Adrasti. No. What about Europa? Europa looks like it has good resources, potentially. I will launch a probe. Ganymede for sure is worth prospecting. Now the aliens might get a little bit upset that we're setting up base near them. We'll also scan Callisto. We will want, like, if we're eventually going to fight back against the aliens and prove to them that we are strong, we are going to have to send a message. I think for all of the stations, I think I'm going to create a medium orbit Jupiter station. It's just going to be a super basic platform. It'll take 3 years to get there. Is that a very long time, isn't it? That's a very, very long time. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll found one. And basically what I want to do here is send out a construction module and a fission pile. So this will just act as a construction area that will give me potential access to the deeper solar system. So it'll take about 3 years to get that done. But once complete, it'll be really helpful. So we've got Republic Investments here. Let's go talk to Baumila. I'll take Republic Investments. That'll give you more room. Picked up a new org, give me lots of admin. That's quite nice. Vinicio, what is your purge chance on Russia? Very, very low, but not impossible. I think it might be doable if we can get our popular support high enough. Might be able to roll enough to take them on. So we're able to do the Katanga independence movement. I think this will essentially create a new country, but I'm not really sure what the mechanics of that are. Might have something to do with like civil wars or independence. I'm just not fully bought into that. So I think the aliens are going to realize that we are going for this. Oh, what's this? Donatello base. Oh. So this is going to reduce the amount of money we get, or resources we get from Donatello base. That's okay, I guess. There's still plenty of resources out in the galaxy. I meant to do something with Luna. Yeah, I think I was going to upgrade this to a settlement mining complex. That would upgrade our monthly income quite a bit. It's not a huge major upgrade, but it is enough of an upgrade to be worth it, I think. Let's do it. Time to start upgrading our capabilities in space. So what's our purge chance in Russia looking like now? Oh Jesus, it looks like it got way harder. What the hell? Russia might be a lost cause. I don't think we can do this. Oh, sorry, wait, crackdown. Crackdown is what we want to do. 23% is doable. Okay, yeah. 23% is doable. I had purge selected by accident. That was a bit of a mistake. So we're now able to undertake the Ferrosites project, which will allow me to learn more about how the aliens are doing certain things, so I'm going to go ahead and select that. I'll make that my primary technology after global command structure. So now we can do Italian partition. We really don't want to be breaking countries up. Although technically, if you had infinite control power, smaller countries are better. But I think in terms of fighting back the aliens, I think unity generally works better on me. Oh, huge! This is huge. The Eurasian Union just went under a coup. A coup. All the control points are open, and we have massive popularity there. We're going to be able to completely take control of Russia. This was a massive undertaking. Huge. We're going to be able to try to restore democracy. Okay. Immediately, every single one of my people are going to try control nation successes. We're trying to get up to 75% success. This is a huge moment for me. Huge. If we can hit them hard enough with all 5... Oh, you can't actually do that mission. I need you. If we can get all 4 of those control points, this is like game changing. We'll be able to completely change the course of the world, especially because now we'll control the majority of the world's nukes, which are in Russia's arsenal. Oh, this is huge. We'll be able to get an alliance between the Eurasian Union and... Okay, this is big. If we can get all those control points, it is a huge game changer. Especially, don't forget, Russia has like an insane amount of boost. They're making 5 boosts per month. Dude, huge potential here. That was the, like, I've had so many things go against me this game. This is the thing that I needed to go for me. So we have a better understanding of high energy lasers now. Global research completed. They're going for principles of space warfare now. So I think this is like a prerequisite technology. Oh my god, the first control point in the Eurasian Union has been grabbed. Second control point, third control point, and finally fourth. We just sniped Russia. We just sniped Russia out from under the world. This is massive. We now control 5 more armies. Huge. Let's go ahead and, if I really think about this, it might actually be advantageous for me for Russia and Europe to maintain their rivalry, particularly if I can get Russia to have another control point. So we need to like completely change how Russia, what the hell is Russia doing? So let's try to get control of Russia's armies. Russia, where are your armies? Okay, let's have a look at Russia's wars. So ideally we need to end the war with those guys. So who the hell is Russia at war with? So they're at war with Ethiopia and Saudi Arabia. I mean, I'm kind of okay with the war in Ethiopia, but I think I can beat them. I'm more of a political conniver. I think I can win this politically rather than having to resort to war. Let's get all of Russia's troops and we'll just airlift them home. Oh, it won't complete if the nation is at war. Where is your home base? I want you to go to St. Petersburg. Go home. We're cancelling the war. I think Rostov-on-Don is here. Your home base is Moscow. Your home base is Kazan. Your home base is Tashkent. Perfect. So now we need to deal with Russia's stability. So number one thing in Russia is you need a certain amount of spoils. And the reason we have to do spoils is because it's the only way to defend against coups. Now, unfortunately, that is going to cause an awful lot of stuff. But whatever we have left over, we can put into welfare and knowledge to try to restore democracy and bring these guys back to a more normal station. I think key to this would be, can I disband armies? I would love to disband armies. I might be able to do that with like a national policy. Number one thing we're going to do right here is defend our interests and try to turn Russia away from being a backward, insane country. Let's have a look at what national policy we can set. We might even release like countries. Break up Russia and absorb it into Greater Europa. That might be a long-term play that we can do, is try to like break up the European part of Russia into independent countries and integrate them into the European Union. Let's have a look here. So we've got a backer tour. Unfortunately, I don't think I have the boost. What do I lack? The hab doesn't make enough science. It would have been good to have been able to use these because these are long-term benefits. I should really have a laboratory on every single station then for the chance to be able to do the backer tours. So we're able to now take the Siberian independence movement project so we could break up Russia. Looks like we could create the country of Siberia. I don't know if we want to break up Russia. Maybe we do. We founded our first asteroid base that's worth a little bit of science and influence. We have a ton of influence and stuff like that. We've more new outpost cores, excellent outpost cores, brilliant. There's augmented reality. We've completed augmented reality, so we'll get to pick the new technology. This will get us operations center and stuff like that. No. So biotechnology, space medicine, space agriculture, that could lead to that. That would be cool. Dissolution of Russia, European colonization. No, I don't care about that. Mission to the inner planets would be important to the long term. Let's get biotechnology. This is something we've kind of neglected. Okay, should we disband some Russian armies? Yeah, in all honesty, we probably should. I'm going to disband the 25th Motor Rifle. I think Russia having 4 armies is totally reasonable, but 5 seems like insane for this country right now. And hopefully that will free up some investment points for them that they'll be able to spend elsewhere. Yeah, they just went up by 0.5 investment points per month, which is a pretty big improvement, in all honesty. Ooh, cool. So we're getting access to new augmented reality projects that will actually improve our investment into countries. And since our goal is to make Earth strong, those seem like they would be pretty good to pick up. So all of Russia's armies have been taken home. We want to try to get peace soon, I think. And I'm going to start trying to take over Greece and the Baltic states because those are the last few things that I need to do to make the Giga Europe huge. This is what I was waiting for, the operations center. Now, I'm pretty sure the operations center, yes. So it's relatively expensive to maintain. You can see here, 15 money per month and 40 power, but it gives you +1 mission control. So in theory, this tier 2 module will allow me to start to increase my ability to militarize and industrialize space, because one of the big limiting factors that I've been running up against is actually my mission control. Now, it hasn't been a major problem, but it has been holding me back from fully industrializing space because I've been worried about doing it when you know, I don't have everything in place to expand my mission control. But now I can expand my mission control at will when I research that. So we've researched principles of space warfare. That's a global research that's going to unlock a bunch of new technologies like militarization of space and missile warfare doctrine, all that sort of stuff. So I wonder, is there anyone ready to join the European Union? So Spain is in October. Let's see here. Yeah, they're ready to join the Federation, so let's start doing national policies in Europe. It looks like somebody is fucking with us in Europe, so we'll want to maybe do a little bit of a scan on them. Let's grab Jeremy. I want you to investigate this councillor right here. Investigate this one. And Divikar, I also want you to investigate this council. I want to find out who's doing actions in Europe and what kind of actions are they taking. We've identified a piece of orbital debris which will pass close to the station. So we need to build defense stations to be able to destroy debris. If the hab has a shipyard, we can also defend it. And if it has a construction module, we can do it as well. So you want to have one of those three. That's something to keep in mind. You either want a shipyard, a construction module, or a defense module to be able to reduce debris around your stations when you get random events. Keep that in mind. I actually tapped my head there like you guys could see me, which you cannot. Okay, ionic dust radiator. Cool, 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 cool. Global command structure has been finished. They're giving us a huge boost to our command point influence. Amazing. So I don't know if I want to liberate things. I'm going to think about things for a little while. It might be a good idea for me to start learning how to make spaceships capable of fighting. Oh, no, no, no. I want to get augmented learning and augmented combat training. Well, definitely augmented learning. 5% boost to the knowledge priority is huge. So how's Europe doing? Unity is okay. We're constantly pushing it up against the inevitable tide, trying to drag it down. GDP is increasing. That's really good news. We did a crackdown in the Baltics. Fantastic. So we'll be able to get control of them soon. Oh, the fuckers. They did a coup in Romania. Romania was just about ready. How did they do that? Oh, because I wasn't doing spoils, was I? No, I wasn't. Okay, so to defend against coups, we need to do spoils. A hacker has hijacked control of a major payload, so we can say we don't negotiate with criminals, pay 3 of those. We can pay or have... I think we roll on the chance to regain control. Nice. We counter hijacked. Amazing. Get wrecked. Get destroyed. So we can federate with the Czech Republic. We've no one we can unify with, so I will take the Czech Republic, I guess. Oh, God, I was able to do Romania. Let's roll a chance on Romania. They declined the offer. That's okay. 16% chance. Worth a roll. Worth a roll. Yeah, let's make sure our spoils priority is handled in these countries. We've got new orgs available. So what do you do? So you're a space mining output boost. A 14% space mining. That is based. More like based mining. Criminal organization. Let's head over to Jeremy. We'll grab that criminal org. Criminal org had +4 administration and a whole bunch of really nice stats on it. We've also got the Athens Syndicate, another criminal org. Huge. This celebrity is just like a massive criminal. He's just like a massive criminal. He's just doing all the crime. All the crime. God, I'm so upset. That's the second time they've done that in Romania, isn't it? Alright, let's make sure we're taking care of the spoils priority everywhere. Looks like the aliens have been doing some psyops in Poland. We'll have to deal with that. God, we need to get them we need to get them merged back in. So I'm just waiting for the construction modules to be completed. When was that? Let's have a look here. That was a solar array. So actually, it's just about to be completed. Now that these construction arrays are done, we'll be able to start looking to do more. Perfect. Okay. Hab module, construction. Amazing, amazing. So now if we go up to Luna here, where we have a construction module, it'll only take a handful of days to build these things. But more importantly, like let's say I go to Luna. Let's just zoom in here and go to Luna, for example. And let's say I wanted to build a new, I don't know, settlement here on Luna. Instead of having to boost it, I can build it in space with a construction yard, and it'll only take 60 days rather than having to boost it from Earth, right? So that's really, really nice. Now, do I want to build this one? It has really, really bad, really bad resources, so we're not going to do that. What we will do, though, is come in here. Now, the mission control cost for this base is 4. So if we were to do a couple of solar arrays and put a few mission controls over here, we would handle this. I think it's better to go to the middle solar system where you can do mission control easier. So what are you? You're a tier 2 mine. We've got enough power to power a couple of extra modules. I don't think we really want to do more science in space. I think we want to hold on to our resources until we have a better option for them. I mean, we have a ton of resources. Did we do a mission to the inner planets? Actually, I don't know if we did. No, I can't scan Mercury or Venus yet. But these planets are super, super good. Not necessarily for settling on, but for building stations in orbit to get mission control. They will allow you to get insane amounts of mission control. No. The USA and America need to have an alliance. Why would you break that alliance? Protectorate, no. Why? Oh God, they're going to run America into the ground by building armies and stuff. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, America and the European Union broke their alliance. That's really not good. Really, really bad. But there's biotechnology. This is going to be the modification of organisms to live in space and all that sort of cool stuff, which will give us access to arrival psychology and cybernetics. Let's have a look at the tech tree. Now, let's go for the full tech tree. Biotechnology, which we just researched, can lead to space agriculture, space medicine, and all that sort of jazz. What does photonic computing lead to? Antimatter containment, quantum batteries, predictive genetics, transform phages. God, we're only at the start of the tech tree. What's happening? Why is this game so big? There's too much going on. I think mission to the inner planets now is like necessary. I'm going to go ahead and put that as a super high priority. Okay, cool. Megafauna and necropsy is available, which will give us a better chance of fighting off alien fauna, like the megafauna. Dude, how do you fail this? You had the perfect chance to steal. Dude, not rolling a 98 on a 97, that's painful. I even spent special ops to get that to be more effective. So how is Russia doing as a nation? So inequality is increasing incredibly quickly, and their GDP is going down. We're bringing down their cohesion though, which is what we want. I don't like that the nation is becoming more totalitarian. I want Russia to be a free and open democracy, ideally. That's what I want to push it towards. I feel like those are the nations that have the best science output. We're not an extremist organization, right? We are for the people of Earth. We want to live in peace. It might actually be necessary for me to break up Russia, just to like hard reset the country, you know, turn it off, turn it on again kind of thing. Right, let's purge out of the Baltics so that we can get full control. We're pumping loyalty in Greece right now. Or we're doing public sentiment in Greece so that we can get Greece under control. Divakar Sentati, you're getting ready to continue assaulting things. Can you try another stealing of projects, please? Please, come on. 98% chance. You gotta be joking me, dude. You're absolutely joking me. Okay, so we could steal the Nerva drive. This looks like it's an engine type. We could steal the fission platform kit. I'll steal the Nerva drive. That's a little bit of science. Huge progress. Stealing projects is probably actually a really good move. It'll give us access to a whole variety of projects that I don't have to spend research on, even though research is one of my strongest aspects of like I'm up to 20,000 research per year. I feel like I'm doing really, really well on research. I mean, it has been my focus is to unite Europe because it's good at research. All right, we have full control over the Baltic states and we're able to take solar platform kits. That's fine. So let's do some hostile takeovers. This guy should be pretty good at them. Oh, apparently you don't have it. You could steal a project. What about you, Divakar? Could you steal another project? Not without a significant expenditure of points. So we were kind of hemming and hawing about starting up the East African Federation, which was here in Kenya. Do you reckon you could do a little purge here in Kenya for me? Was it Kenya? No, it was Tanzania that we need to do it in. Okay, let's focus on what we have. We don't have enough actions to worry about that. We need to defend our assets. You can go ahead and advise Europe again, because that has been really, really useful. Vinicio, you will go ahead and do a crackdown. Oh, a little bit of camera issues there. You could do a crackdown in Greece. I will do a full spend because I have influence coming out my ears. Oh, do I want to assassinate someone? It might be a very dangerous thing to do. It'll make me a target. Let's have a look at the unrest around my countries here. Unrest in Europe is relatively high, but we could bring it down. Russia really needs an advisor. I'm going to have this guy advise Russia a little. God, the GDP is just shooting down. All right, I've committed my actions. Greece is next. We're about to get control of Greece. And then we have to take Romania again. God damn it. So Europe is getting a 25% boost to its investment points, 16% boost to science, which puts us up at 22,000 science per year rather. We're advising Russia, giving them a 25% boost to their investment points. I'm just hoping. I think Russia might be too far gone. It's like way too, it's too totalitarian, too authoritarian. What I might be able to do is reduce the amount I'm putting into spoils by a little bit, get the country out of war, and start trying to fix all of its problems. Right, we've completed the Ferrocytes project, where pheromone is a chemical that can influence the recipient's behavior. Our investigation of this so-called Ferrocyte reveals that it's actually a living cell. The distinction is that a pheromone's effect wears off relatively quickly, whereas Ferrocytes are capable of reproducing in the recipient's body, thereby extending the effect for significantly longer. So it seems like these guys create some sort of living cell, almost like a virus or bacteria, that they spray on other living creatures to take control of them. An awake subject's brain exhibits an abnormally high level of theta waves. These are normally only present during REM sleep, or deep hypnosis. And when it's copious as seen in the Ferrocyte affected subject, it will make them unusually suggestive. So this updates our codex with new information. But the nice thing here is that it will increase our defense to being influenced by alien Ferrocytes. Let's take a look at that new codex entry. So the aliens are capable of enthralling organizations. It takes persuasion. Interesting. It's quite a difficult mission, though, to be fair. Interesting. We're learning so much about these aliens and what they do. So we've completed the Hydra Ferrocytes objective. Now much has become clear. Hydra Ferrocytes are adaptive mind control agents. They are released into the air. They are inhaled, ingested into the target's bloodstream, and travel from there to the brain, where they suppress the target's desires and loyalties and replace them with new directions, effectively enslaving them. They are clearly a natural evolution rather than the result of bioengineering. So these guys just evolved to suggestively control each other. For hydras, taming and controlling other species would be seen as instinctive as language or tool use. So for hydras, taming and controlling other species would be as instinctive as language or tool use is to us. They would have developed advanced techniques of animal husbandry before inventing fire or the wheel. This would in turn have shaped their entire culture. To hydras, other species are not rivals or companions. They are first and foremost resources to be tamed and trained. When hydras look at humans, their first instinct must be to view us as what we would view as a feral dog or cat. It feels as though all of our research since first contact has been one piece of bad news after another. How could we possibly negotiate with a creature who sees us as we would see a stray pet? The task seems overwhelming, yet it must start with a better understanding of the Hydra ferocytes. Cool. Hydra containment project. So, we're going to try to capture a Hydra. Okay, cool. Yes, awesome. I want to immediately get to work on that. Alien containment. Let's do it. God, this is just such a good... I wasn't expecting it to be so good, but there's something so engaging and fun about this game. They've done an amazing job just putting together a game that really, really grips you. So there's a couple of Mars bases that I definitely want to upgrade. Now that I have construction modules in space, it's only going to take me like 40 days to upgrade these Martian platforms, which is what I want to do. Some of these Martian platforms have really, really good resource outputs, which is 100% why I want to upgrade them now. So I'm upgrading Huxley base because it has really good rares. I'm upgrading Epicurus because it has lots of fissiles. Where else would I upgrade? You have really good metal income, so I'll upgrade you. Settlement core, boom. God, I love this. It's so cheap now to upgrade things. Do I want to do a settlement mining complex here? It doesn't really seem worth it. You don't produce enough for me to care. Now this base right here, this is making 8.4 fizzles per month. Fizzles are incredibly rare, so upgrading for them seems really, really worth it. This is huge. This is a game changer, dude. So Lock base is also producing fizzles. I think I will get upgrading on this as well. We have the mission control to spam a little bit, and I think it would be good to get a base above the moon to act as a dockyard. Let me go ahead and zoom out there and head to Luna. Let's see. Mozambique have ended their alliance. That's fine. Japan has ended their alliance. Let's come to low lunar orbit. No. High lunar orbit. Medium? Low? High? I think high lunar orbit. We're going to found an orbital in high lunar orbit, and this will be dedicated to being a dockyard. So I'm going to cut my investment into spoils slightly, and I'm going to try to get Russia back under control. I will still invest into spoils. Let me see. So spoils, every 2 points in spoils will reduce democracy by 0.001. It increases equality pretty badly. Okay, so investing in knowledge will, over time, it should result in average democracy increasing. Let's have a look. Unrest in the European Union is a little bit high. Let's go ahead and stabilize that. We are successfully grabbing Greece. So we're taking some damage. A lot of our stations, we need to start dealing with orbital debris. A lot of our stations are getting attacked. So we can finally federate with the Southern Balkan states, and we'll also be able to unify with Poland. Let's unify with Poland. Let's get that out of the way before anything else goes. And we should also get now a new European army, because Poland had a bunch of investment points in army, which will be quite nice because we will be in control of that one. The 1st Panzer Division has joined the fray. So what are you doing? You're doing propaganda in Romania. That's perfect. So we've got control of the European Union. We just need to get a Czechia, who's in the European Union. We need to get Spain. So let's do an update here. Spain is only about a month away from being able to merge. The Baltic states will take about a year to get in, as will Greece. But Hungary, on the other hand, only about 40 days until we can get Hungary. Romania is just basically completely back to default. Incredibly frustratingly. But yeah, no, we've managed to do it. We've managed to unify Europe. Only a couple of countries remain. So it's a real question as to whether or not I want to take control of Mars, more of Mars, is what I was going to say there. It might be a really good move. I mean, some of these locations are fairly low quality, but Mars is just a good place, I think, to have. Depending on, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. Here's the thing. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find anywhere with the same quality as Mars for a long time. And here's my logic. The more control over Mars I have, the better. So, well, no, I want to... No, the problem is my mission control is too low. I want to play carefully with my mission control, at least until I have... Did I research those modules? Hang on a moment. No, I haven't researched the operations center yet, but I will be able to soon. So that's perfect. How much money am I making per month? I'm making about 300 per month. Okay, so those things are going to start eating into my cash flow pretty significantly. I might have to start doing some more funding. I've been kind of laying off on funding for a very long time now, but a single point of funding would get me 10 money per year. So let's put 10% of our investment. Well, 10% seems like an awful lot. We don't need that much. I think we can make do with 5% of the financing of the European Union going into funding. That should result in us, let me see, We're getting 26 points per month. We would be putting 5% of that in. That'd be 1 point. So we would increase our yearly income by about 100 and something. Yeah, that would pay for a few modules, I think. So we'll slowly build up our funding here. So inequality is starting to approach a more reasonable level in the European Union. Cohesion is still degrading, but we're managing to keep it high. We're getting unrest down to a manageable level. And we are continuing to reduce unrest to try and boost the status of the European Union. GDP is now growing. We're up to 20 billion, which I think is now officially on par with America, especially because America went through so much strife. Yeah. The European Union is now as strong as America, but we have way more investment points. We have way more technology. We have way more boost. And most importantly, if we click on Europe, we have way more mission control, like a huge amount more. So we have the access to the restored Warsaw Pact. That would allow me to actually expand the Eurasian Union into Poland, all these other places. I think I'm going to go the other way. I think I'm going to expand the European Union east rather than expanding the Eurasian Union west. I think that's a better move. So we're still losing democracy. We're still losing inequality. We are seeing gains in research and technology, and we're seeing cohesion come down to a more normal level, which is good. That means we're moving away from authoritarians. So let's see, federation with the Southern Balkan states. Let's go for it. Nice. We got a new global research. Unity movements has been completed. That's going to open up a ton of new potential countries. Like, for example, Europe Ascendant. Potentially Giga Europe on the cards here. And this also leads towards great nations. Now, I'm curious, if I go in here to the tech tree, so where was Unity Movements? So Unity Movements was here, and that has led to all of these down here. So this is if we wanted to make Giga Sweden. What about Europe Ascended? So the European Union would get, control of Istanbul, Yerevan, and Minsk. So I think if we go in here, where's Minsk? So that would be Belarus. We'd be able to bring Belarus. We'd be able to bring Turkey into the fold. Now let's have a little bit of a think here. What are Turkey's relations? They're allied with the USA. We would need to break the alliance between Turkey and the USA. But we could bring Turkey into the European Union. That would be sick. We could bring Belarus into the European Union. And I think that's how we're going to do things, actually. In terms of these, I'm going to grab this. This is +6 administration. This will put her up to the cap, so she no longer needs to level administration. She can now focus on other things. She is a diplomat, so leveling persuasion seems like it would be really, really good. Ooh, her being able to assault alien assets would actually be really useful. I could use another commando. So I'm going to start leveling up her command attribute. This would allow me to clear out alien bullshit a lot sooner. What else do we have? You're maxed out on org, so we won't worry about you right now. Premium metals, 11% mining bonus, I'll take that. SEAL Team 6 would be amazing to get control of. So I'd like to get rid of Pacific Capital Group. What's his base? His base unmodified administration is 4. So if I gave him an extra 2 points of admin, boom, and boom, we could drop Pacific Capital. And he would still be maxed out. Okay, never mind. Did I miscalculate that? I think I did. I guess I miscalculated that, but that's fine. Now we can move Pacific. We can still move Pacific Capital to like someone else who might need it. Right, let's do a crackdown in Romania. And we will grab Divakar here. And we will do a purge in Greece. That'll get Greece under our control. Jeremy here. How long until Spain again? I keep forgetting. October. So I'll just do a defend interest in Spain just to make sure things don't go messy over there. Let's also implement spoils in Spain to prevent any coups. We're up to an amazing 400 control points. I wonder, am I like significantly ahead of most of the other factions? I must be. Yeah, I'm like 100 points ahead of everyone. The resistance just isn't doing very well on control at all. The protectorate's doing really, really well. As is the Project Exodus. They seem to be having a lot of success. Amazingly, no one has even close to my capacity for mission control, which is massive for me. That's the power of putting all these like little tiny European countries. Like if you just giga invest into mission control while you're integrating them, you'll have so much mission control. The cool thing too is Spain is going to get us another army in the European Union, which makes us be in a really good position. God, there's so much alien bullshit I have to delete off the map. Yeesh. There's so many alien assets that I've detected, especially in like South America. I'm going to have to get rid of all that stuff. It's going to be like a long-term project though. I think unifying Europe, having a power base on the Earth that is capable of resisting things, I think that's a necessary goal. So we've just unlocked the Tourist Birth project. Now the interesting thing about the Tourist Birth is that it actually generates cash. You can see here, it gives you, in exchange for 3 power, it generates 8 money and 1 influence per month. So it's a great way to convert these resources into more resources. So I might build a tourism berth above both Earth and Luna as a way for me to generate extra cash because my cash flow now is starting to get a little bit weak. But that's all going to be part of like the long-term plays. So we got a new settlement core, couple new settlement cores, yeah, a bunch of new settlement cores. So we're gonna have to go through and review our bases. Let's have a little bit of a look here. So what's going on in here? We have a solar collector on the moon. Do we want to go to a tier 2 mining complex? Yes, that would be a 50% increase in the amount of fissiles this base makes, and that seems quite good. So we'll upgrade that. I think we'll also upgrade this solar array so that we can generate enough power, because I think this eats quite a bit more power. Yeah, 20 power. I don't think we need anything else here. I think we're quite happy with this. Until we can start actually colonizing it, we're fine. Let's take a look at more of these habs. So you're upgraded, that's fine. I've got a high orbit. This is a stockyard. I think I should rename this, hold on. This will be Wallen's Dockyard Luna-A. So otherwise we have a couple of bases. Let's check out Mars. I think I upgraded a few places in Mars. Yeah, so I could upgrade my settlement mining complexes because they're only going to take 80 days to upgrade. Now, these level 2 settlement mining complexes, they're going to take 37 power because they are in a more hostile environment, which would mean I would need more extensive solar arrays. So that would be 28 for 2. This takes 37. I could go for fissile arrays. They uses up a lot of fissiles though, that's the thing. Yeah, let's go for a settlement mining complex and then we'll take 3 solar arrays. It's slightly inefficient because Mars doesn't get very good sun, but we can always switch things around later. And I guess we'll just do that. For 80 days, we'll just suffer from a lack of mining while we completely retrofit and upgrade our Mars mining missions. Let's see. So we've got this one as well. You haven't been upgraded. Were you good enough to upgrade? Let me have a look. You're making 60 metal. You're making a lot of stuff, actually. So let's do a settlement upgrade on you. How about you? Yeah, you got upgraded. So we'll do your solar arrays. That'll be 40 days. And we'll also do your settlement thingy here. Leonardo base. What are you making? You're actually not making that much, so we might not upgrade you. You're making really good stuff. You've already been upgraded. Actually, you haven't been upgraded. Let's get the upgrade going. Solar array, solar array, solar array. And I think just to be safe, let's get a construction module on Mars itself so that we have backup construction arrays all over the galaxy to be able to protect us. So our probe arrived at a asteroid, and what's the rate? That's just not good enough, I'm afraid. Not good enough. So it looks like we've got some sort of alien panic up in Northern Ireland. We can let it run its course, we can calm the public, this would cost us a bit of stuff, or we could deploy our forces. Yeah, I'm happy to lose a little bit of democracy score here. Every knowledge investment will increase our democracy score by 5 thousandths, and this will reduce it by 10 100ths, which is not very hard to deal with at all. But I think I'm going to call that the end of the episode here. We're taking control of Greece. And I think we are quite, I know I've said this about 10 times now this playthrough, we are quite literally on the verge. God, I don't like that there are destroyers around Earth. We are quite literally on the verge of unifying Europe, like it's about to happen. And not only are we on the verge of unifying Europe, we're on the verge of expanding Europe. I'm going to call that the end of the episode. I love you all very much and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.